Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about a pile of Samsung phones that I bought for $1,300. So I bought a pile of used Samsung phones, and we are going to be saying, are we going to make a profit on this? What did I get? So I bought a pile of used Samsung and iPhones for $1,300, and we are going to unbox this, see are we going to make a profit on these phones. And these are the phones that I got. So starting from here, without wasting time, these are the phones. So let me first get them out of the box, and I'm going to be taking you through all these phones to see are we going to make a profit. So these are the bunch of phones that I managed to get my hands on. And for starters, if I get this, so this is an Samsung S9. So this is a Samsung S9, and if this phone functions and works properly, we are able to flip it and sell it for some amount. As you see, they look totally dirty, but we are going to clean them and we'll see if we can make a profit. Yeah, first thing first, this phone turns on, and I think we can flip and make a profit on the Samsung Galaxy S9. And as you see, this phone really turns on well. If we go to settings and we check, this is a Samsung Galaxy S9, and these phones don't tend to have spots in the phone, some cracks or some scratches on the frame. But this one, if it's cleaned, it might end up being quite a nice value. So, and this phone, if we flip it, the Samsung Galaxy S9, we can get about $80. It goes for around $80, or it goes for around $75 to $80. So this is a good sign. So the first one is a Samsung Galaxy S9, and it turns on and it seems to function very well. As you see, the camera works, plus also we'll be checking some other function of this phone. So the first phone we have got, it's the Samsung Galaxy S9, and if we go on, this is a Samsung Galaxy S20, and if we are to check this phone looks quite nice. It has no scratches on the screen. As you see, the screen looks to be brand new. And if we get this from the back, also the back looks to be brand new. It's a Samsung Galaxy S20, 128GB, and it also turns on. This is a good sign. And the Samsung Galaxy S20 goes for around $110. So if we flip this, we can get more money in it. Let it turn on to see where is the spot of this phone located. Is it worth some huge amounts, or we might end up seeing the phone having some faults. And this one has a spot in the screen, so that means its price reduces, and it will be going for around $100 to 110 or 15, depending on the market and how we are able to flip it. And other functions seem to be working perfectly. As you see, this is the Samsung Galaxy S20 5G. And let's go on to the next phone. And the next phone here, we are able to get, this is an iPhone 13 Pro, and this phone really looks brand new. It looks good, and this is a used iPhone 13 Pro, and here we see it's a 256GB variant. Let's see if this phone turns on, because if it doesn't turn on, then that means we are in a huge loss, because these are one of the big phones that we are we want to get some more profits on. And this is an iPhone 13 Pro 256GB variant. This turns on, and that's a very good sign. And here we can check if this phone has its original parts. It doesn't have any display or battery message. That means it has its original parts. For example, the screen still has true tone, and that means the value for this phone goes up. And if we to check the battery health for this iPhone 13 Pro, and here we go, the battery health, it's a 92. This is promising. As you know, 85 to 100 works quite fine, as it can take you through the day if you're not a heavy user. And we check here, this is an iPhone 13 Pro, which is a good phone, and the iPhone 13 Pro goes for $510. And for starters, these phones, I told you I bought the whole bunch for $1,300. So at the end, we are going to be adding the total of all these phones to see, can we make a profit after flipping them, or are we going to make a huge loss? As you see, these other phones, we are not sure, are we going to get some phones that are cracked, some phones that are not functioning, and I will be testing more these phones to see what they are worth, so that we can get at least some huge amounts from them. And without wasting time, let us go to the next phone, and this is the iPhone X, and this is a good deal. Does it turn on? This is an iPhone X, and the iPhone X goes for $130, which is quite nice. And this phone turns on, it has a very nice back, and it has some scratches on the side, but this can be cleaned up. The screen looks nice and perfect. Here, you know, we check for does the phone have the original parts? Is it in good mode, or is it in good condition, to see what we are getting it for. But this is valued at $130. At the end, we are going to be adding a total for all phones to see if we are making profits on this bunch. Then if we continue to the next phone, here is the next phone, and here we also still get another iPhone X, and this is quite a nice iPhone X. And does it turn on? Most of these phones are promising at the moment, because I see they are all turning on. This shows a sign of life. Let us see if it's going to turn on. It's an iPhone X also, and it goes for $130. Then if we continue, we get an iPhone 11. So this is an iPhone 11, and it's a 64 GB variant. Let us see if it turns on. And here it looks promising, because I think as of now we have already even got our money back, because if you see this $512, 130, and the iPhone 11 goes for $210. So if you have 500, 100, 200, if we count like that, that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So far we can get our money back, which is almost $900. And if we go check this phone, it looks to still have its original parts, and that makes its value, you know, go up depending to the person you're giving it. And it's better if you find the battery health maybe on 100. That's good. This is on 90, and that's promising. So this goes for around $210, and that's very promising. And if we go on, this is a Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. As you see here, things are looking quite nice. The Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra also goes for $210 to $250 or $300, depending on the person who's taking the phone. And this looks quite fine. I don't mind about the fingerprints, but the glass looks fine. It doesn't have scratches apart from it being dirty, and also it looks quite fine. This is a Samsung Galaxy Note 20, and it came with the original pen. That's promising and good. And this phone looks nice and premium, so that means this phone we can sell it for $300 or $210. Let us count the minimum for the start to see are we going to make a profit on this. And if we go on, this is a Samsung Galaxy S8, and that goes for $75. And promising thing, these phones are all turning on. And if you continue, this is another Samsung Galaxy S8, and this also goes for $75. It also turns on. And if we see here we get a Samsung Galaxy 9 plus and it goes for $90. This also turns on. That's a good sign for all these. If we continue, here we get our downfall. This is one of the phones we've got that doesn't function. So this is a Samsung Galaxy Note 8, and as you see, it's in parts. So for it, it's cracked and it's in parts. So for this, I think we are able to sell off some parts, but for starters, this is the phone that is not functioning at the moment that we've got. The screen is shattered, the back glass is fine, but it's in pieces. The cameras are out, but we shall see if we can flip it for some. Maybe we can get a motherboard out, a charging system, but the screen is shattered and I'm not sure if it turns on, and still it doesn't turn on. So this, let us put it aside. Then if we continue, here we get another Samsung Galaxy S9, and the S9 goes for $80. Then this is a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, and the S8 Plus I think goes for $85, which is quite nice. Then if we continue, we get a Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus, and this one has a crack at the back. The back is totally cracked, but does it turn on? Because if it turns on and it functions, good thing it turns on, we can flip it for some money. We can replace the back and flip it for some money, and most of the Samsungs have dots in them. So the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 5G goes for $120, but this one with a cracked back and it has a big spot, I think we can sell it for maybe $100. If we repair the back, we can get $120. And if we continue, here we get another iPhone 13 Pro, and remember I got this bunch for $1,300, which was quite a nice deal. And getting it from the seller, he never mentioned of any broken phone, but we've got a number of 2 broken phones, but one functions, the 20, but the Note 8 doesn't function at all. So this we can sell it at $510, which is a nice deal. So, and it also turns on. And the last phone here is the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, and this goes for the Samsung Galaxy 80 Plus for $85. So these are the phones we got, and it's quite a nice deal here. For example, I see the S9 Plus, we get the S8, we get the iPhone X, which is quite promising. We get the 13 Pro, and if we are to count all these phones and if we flip them, this won't work. So this, we won't get any coin from it, the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. That means if we sell these phones, we are able to get $2,500. And if we deduct it from the initial amount we used, $1,300, that means we are able to make a profit of $1,200, which is quite a nice deal on this. So I'm going to be making more videos regarding this topic to see if you buy these phones, can we flip them? And there are some lots you buy and you end up making pure losses. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.